Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. You can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have for Aquarius? Nine of Cups, Pisces energy at the foundation of the reading. This is a fantastic energy to start with, Aqua. There's an energy here where I feel like you finally figure out how you're going to accomplish this, how you're going to overcome some sort of obstacle that you've been dealing with in your stability. Now, this could be job related. It could have something to do with living situations, family dynamics, romantic relationships, but it's something that's important in your life. Once this changes, you'll be on a new course. It's like a course redirection. It's taking you some time to be able to put all this together and how you're going to do this. But finally, you're breaking through some sort of an illusion, and you see your way forward. What do we have at the sacral? Wow. The Hierophant, Taurus energy right at the sacral. It's like an energy that was trying to get you to submit. An energy that really wanted you to fall in line. I'm picking up for some of you an energy of generational karma. So, wow, this is really black sheep energy that I have on this table here. This is somebody who's carving out their own path, breaking away from the traditions of doing specific things in the generational line, right? Generational karma. You see how things just don't work anymore. You see how in this modern day society, how these old traditions that have been carried down your family line decade after decade. I just heard, God, that was so clear. I heard 237 years for some of you. But I also just heard that this is just a way for you to think about how long some of these patterns can exist in the generational family line. For some reason, people in your family have not been able to step back and look at things from a universal vantage point, and how specific patterns in the family lineage do not adhere to evolution. In fact, they're de-evolving. Tradition, in and of itself, in some areas of life, I think, can be perceived as unevolving, a repeating pattern. Not breaking away and doing things in a more advanced way. It doesn't really speak about progression. But this is something that you understand now. And you know, this is the Aquarius energy. The Aquarius energy is very technologically advanced. But it's advanced in all areas because it has a bigger mind, a bigger way of looking at things, Aquarius. So in saying all of that, this is you really standing in your power, Nine of Cups at the foundation. You understand the Aquarian energy, and that is the way you're going to move and navigate your environment. Strength, Leo energy at the solar plexus. And it takes just that, Aqua, strength, and a lot of it. I just heard that there's been people in your family lineage that have actually tried to do this. It's like an energy of awakening and then being put back to sleep. I've spoken about this quite a lot in my readings before, how during my spiritual awakening, I was getting put back to sleep, so there was many phases to it. It all sort of started about 15 years ago. I started to wake up. And when I say wake up, just wake up to truths around me, how the world really works. To put it in layman's, waking up to spirituality. And when this happens, it's like your environment will start to close in around you to where you can't really focus on waking up to yourself spiritually. So you'll go back to sleep because you're too consumed by the everyday grind of living inside the matrix. So this is an energy that I feel these particular ancestors were faced with. They were put back to sleep. But there's something about your energy, Aqua, that has managed to break through, or you're getting ready to break through. Chances are, if you're listening to this reading, you are a waymaker. You are a black sheep. You're carving out your own path. My readings are for people who are carving out their own path. They're not for followers. You're all meant to be leaders. You're innovators. You're leading the generations that are going to follow behind you. And it doesn't even have to be in your family. This can be you setting an example for your communities. But whatever the case here, Aqua, yes, this does take a tremendous amount of inner strength and courage. And it takes a lot of confidence in yourself and understanding the power that you hold, solar plexus energy, to do this, to accomplish this. You can't allow yourself to feel powerless or inferior to anyone. You must listen to your higher guidance and allow your intuition to be your GPS system to navigate this energy in a very methodical fashion to pull this off. Yes, it's very difficult. Yes, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. And more than ever, Aquarius, it's possible now. Because of the way the state of the world currently is. It actually supports awakening. There's so many lies being exposed to us, not only in our own individual lives, but on the world stage, so micro to macro. What's happening on the macro is also happening in our own lives, as above, so below. This kind of energy. And if you want to look at it from an even higher perspective, a higher universal vantage point, what is happening astrologically speaking is what's happening on the macro world stage, and is also what is happening in your own micro reality as well. So Aqua, this is the path you're meant to be on. Don't allow anybody to try and derail you and tell you otherwise. You're right on target. I know that you have been feeling this hunger inside of you to change your reality. You know for a fact, based off of this intuitive guidance you've been getting, that you can change your circumstances. You can turn this all around. You can create a brighter future for yourself, the generations that follow you, if this is family related, or you can be an influence on other people's lives that may be in your community. What do we have at the heart? 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Aquarius, you're on the precipice of major, major change here. 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles. Standing in your power, and because of this, you are now positioning yourself to receive support in your finances. Everything is culminating, Aqua. It's culminating to now. Because you're waking up to this, because you're understanding of the energies around you, you're positioning yourself to be able to be supported by the universe. You see, when you become a chain breaker, a black sheep, you carve out a new path, a new advanced, improved path for yourself based off of how confident you are in what it is you're going to manifest into the world, you start aligning with your destiny, and you now have support coming through for you. Nine of Pentacles at the heart. You're releasing things, blocked heart chakra energy, that do not serve you. You're stepping into your power, allowing for this flow to come towards you. I just heard so clearly Feng Shui, right? So Feng Shui, I'm sure a lot of you out there know, is all about the flow of energy. Feng Shui is something that I utilize in my home as well to keep the energy flowing. But this can also speak about getting the energy flowing spiritually speaking. But it's just an overall idea. You're removing clutter. You're removing stuck energy. You're allowing energy to flow through in your life in a very streamlined, evolving manner. Nine of Pentacles at the heart. Virgo energy. And there's a lot of yellow popping on this table, even on the Hierophant here, right? Solar plexus energy, confidence, power, control. What do we have at the throat? The star in reverse. Aqua, that is your energy right there at the throat. And I'm actually really happy that this came out in reverse, because this is proof that they were trying to bring out the absolute lowest vibration of you. They were trying to bring out the worst in you. See, we start to find that people around us who are unsupportive of our path, they want to bring out the worst in us. They don't want us to be the best we can possibly be because they're threatened by where we're going. Do you think that your living relatives would actually support you carving out your own path? Being the black sheep, breaking the bonds of this generational karma? Absolutely not. I have never, ever heard of anybody's family members supporting them doing it because it threatens them, because they want to do it. And if they can't do it, you sure as hell aren't going to do it. Now, maybe somewhere in the world, there's a family member that's supporting their child or their brother or their sister or whoever it is in their family doing this because they understand evolution and they understand that maybe that they were stuck in this illusion for too long and they weren't able to do it. Maybe somewhere there is somebody who's supporting their loved one in doing this. However, the majority does not. Star in reverse is a hopeless energy. It's an energy that wants you to feel discouraged. It's an energy that does not want you to show up as the best version of yourself that could possibly exist on any timeline. So it's right here. So if you've been wondering if the people around you support you, Aqua, some of you have been asking for signs, some of you have been asking for messages, this is it right here. For years, I wondered if the people around me supported me. Couldn't figure out why I wasn't advancing. And then I was finally able to accept that no, none of these people support me. They don't want me to be the best that I can possibly be because it threatens their existence. Because where I was trying to go was not a territory that they have ever tried to navigate themselves to. So Aqua, in saying this, you're finally prepared to wake up to the truth. It's all here. So this message is for you if you've been asking for illumination and truth. Star in reverse at the throat. And Justice, Libra energy at the third eye. That came out a little bit in reverse too, so I'm going to consider it from both polarities. But what I was going to say here, Aqua, with the star in reverse at the throat, this is you finally accepting at the throat the truth. After not wanting to accept the truth and staying in this hopeless energy. See, if you have the truth illuminated to you and you continue to stay inside the energy that's keeping you stuck, then this turns into you actually self-sabotaging, right? It's an energy of you lacking faith. Faith in yourself. When you have no faith in yourself, it's hard to have faith in the higher power. You must first see your own self-worth and power, Aqua. Once you do this, this is you opening the door to Source. Justice, Libra energy at the third eye. Now, the scales balance in your favor because you're accepting the truth. So for a lot of you, this is future energy. They're showing you what's to come, what you need to do. You have a win here, Aqua. This is you accepting the truth. And justice, in its negative polarity, is all about shame. It's an energy of dishonesty, people thinking it's unfair, that you're the black sheep, that you're the chain breaker. Why you? Why not me? Right? None of these people were willing to put in the work that you have been tasked with by the divine. The black sheep, the chain breakers, are always the ones that people least expect to get the job done. Always. And it makes sense. Because you're kind of off the radar, right? You're the one that people aren't threatened by. The divine hides you in plain sight. One day you're a nobody, one day you're a somebody. It turns around so quickly, Aqua. When you start to realize this truth, once you start to have this illuminated to you, what it is you're being tasked with, you can turn your reality around simply by flipping a switch. You just have to accept the truth and step into that allocated position that the divine already has prepared for you. They're just waiting there. What do we have at the crown, please? Wow. Wheel of Fortune, Sag, energy at the crown. I couldn't have asked for a more perfect card because this is you stepping into the new timeline. It's an energy of destiny. It's an energy of life cycles, right? It's like you come online and then all your spirit guides, the divine, are looking through your Akashic records like, oh, okay, perfect. Right on time. Aqua's here. Now we can get the wheel turning. This is you awakening to the truth, seeing the bigger picture. There's a lot of good luck, good karma on your side that you're able to cash in once you step into this energy, Aqua. 9 of Pentacles at the heart, releasing what doesn't serve you, cashing it in for support on your path. Blessings. What do we have at the foundation, please? From the Occult Tarot. Let's see what demon's trying to keep Aqua's root chakra blocked, please. 2 of Wands, Aries energy, Epis, right underneath that 9 of Cups. I read these as negative polarities. This is an energy that was always trying to tamper with your plans behind the scene, Aqua. These are people that were very close to you as well. You couldn't see the truth. You couldn't see them clearly. You know when something is so close to you, it's just kind of like a blur? Yeah, like that. People you never, ever would have expected to be the ones that were actually standing in your way. But in saying that, Aqua, once you cross over the threshold and you look back, you're going to see that it was in your face the entire time. All the evidence was all around you. When I look back now, it's unbelievable that I didn't see it sooner. However, you're meant to wake up to it when you're meant to wake up to it, because it's all a part of actually seeing how strong the illusion was. It becomes a part of your path, right? I speak about it to other people who are going through this to help wake them up to it. Maybe they'll take a second look at somebody in their environment. Maybe they'll start to look at things in a way they didn't look at them before. But this right here is an energy of sabotage. And a lot of the time, this sabotage will come through by way of projections, right? People saying things to you, planting little seeds of self-doubt, like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you, Aqua, right? You sure you want to do that? And you just trust these people, so you just listen to them. causing yourself to self-sabotage. Like I was saying earlier on in the reading, Two of Wands, Aries energy at the foundation. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow, Five of Wands, Leo energy, Aquarius. See, this is an energy of tension, always feeling weighed down by something, right? Goes along perfectly with what I was saying about going back to sleep. You start to have a spiritual awakening, then you go back to sleep. You wake up again a few years later, or you start to, because you're so consumed by the everyday grind inside the matrix, inside your reality. You always feel weighed down. You can't think about spirituality or awakening to your higher self or meditation, all these things, right? You're seemingly always steered away from that. Isn't it interesting how the things that are most beneficial to us are the things that seem the most complicated to fit into our schedules? Meditation, fitness, going to the gym, working out, improving your diet. But these are the things that are most beneficial to you. So a lot of you probably need to work on some of those areas of your life. And even once you're fully awakened, Aqua, it's still difficult. There's still distractions. I deal with it on a daily basis. I have to carve out a specific amount of time for my own needs, working out, meditation. Otherwise, I run the risk of not showing up as the best version of myself on that particular day. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the solar? What do we have at the solar plexus? What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Nine of Wands, Martyrs, Sag energy. And this goes along perfectly with what I just said. This is an energy of you persisting forward despite any of the setbacks that are put in your way. Five of Wands at the sacral. It's like this low energy kind of version that wants to be brought out of you. And then with this Nine of Wands at the sacral, it's an energy of you realizing that this is, it's essentially some sort of spiritual attack, but it's coming by way of the people that you have in your environment, some sort of influence around you. It's very important that you maintain boundaries with these energies in your life. You must recognize them and recognize how they're showing up in your life and how they're causing stagnation, distraction around you. This takes a tremendous amount of courage to accept this and to do something about it. It's very important you keep your stamina up underneath this strength right at the solar plexus. Power, confidence, control. Don't allow yourself to feel powerless to these energies, however that shows up for you. What do we have at the heart, please? Marbas, 10 of Wands, 9 to the 10 of Wands. Unrestrained living, right? Completely exhausted, carrying everybody's burdens. Further detailing what I just said. Always stressed out. Overwhelmed with too many responsibilities on your shoulders. See, the devil only needs to take time away from you. Even if it's 10 minutes, Aqua. That's a big win for the devil because we only get so much time. There's nothing more valuable than time. So what are you doing with your time? Who are you giving your time to? There's nothing wrong with refusing to give your time to somebody that is not allowing you to progress on your path. Be selfish with your time, Aqua. Especially right now. It's all about you and the evolution of self. It's not possible to show up as the best version of yourself until you put yourself first and you get your own needs taken care of. Four of Wands, Mahasya, rectification, right there at the heart. This is an energy of you perfecting your affairs, how you run your life. It's also an energy of resting, taking time out for yourself to make sure that you're showing up as the best version of yourself day after day. And because of this, you have a lot of material and emotional blessings that you have access to. It's an energy of prosperity. Aqua, it's an energy of you having the ability to govern your life correctly. Governing your life. Think about that. If you're not governing your own life, then who is? What do we have at the throat, please? Perfect. Temperance. Chawakia, Sag energy at the throat. The god of joy. Rectification. Regains the favor of those one has offended. And it's so interesting that it's right underneath this star in reverse, right? This hopeless energy that you were stuck in. The illusion. But then you turn it all around. You have this union with your higher self. It's like an energy of you forgiving yourself. Regains the favor of those one has offended. Yourself. Your higher self. Because you now see the truth. You see how this resistance was affecting your life. You're understanding your purpose, or enough of it, to get moving. It's an energy of self-control, meaning, harmony. What do we have at the third eye, please? Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the third eye. Lila Hell. The praiseworthy God. Light of understanding, acquires knowledge and cures illness. See, being stuck inside these karmic cycles is a form of spiritual illness. So this is you breaking away from this, carving out your own path. This is a very methodical energy, very thorough, very hardworking, and very efficient. It's also a very meditative energy, so it goes along perfectly with what I was picking up earlier on in the reading. Taking time out for your own personal needs. What do we have at the crown, please, to close this out for Aqua? Okay, we're going to go, okay, so 10 of Pentacles, and I have the 10 of Swords here, which also fell out, Luia. So I'll consider that in this closing message here. 10 of Swords is all about you ending a cycle, moving on. And 10 of Pentacles is an energy of legacy, wealth. It's a generational kind of energy, so closes out this message perfectly here. This is a reading surrounding generational karma. 10 of Pentacles, Manadel, the honorable God. Inner and outer work. Helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. Goes along perfectly with everything I just said, Aqua. This is all about generational wealth, generational karma. You being the chain breaker, the black sheep that's carving out your own path. It's an energy of legacy. 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. You release all which doesn't serve you at the heart. You move into this 9 of Pentacles. And you end up in the 10 of Pentacles. This is a perfect reading. So Aqua, in closing, the truth that you were asking to be illuminated to you, or the truth that you were looking for, is right here on this table. So you know what you need to do. And I'll leave it at that. Aquarius, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for your donations, Aquarius. Take care.